Working. I hear a little bit, but it's not bad, I guess. Oh, all right. So we're gonna go in. We'll talk about this. I'll mention them as we go along. But we start the show. I'm gonna talk about you, how you got involved, how long you've been in community, how you come to be involved with this, and why it's so important.
Okay.
And isn't this Women History Month or something? Let's look up something on that. Women History Month. I hope my phone don't ring because that would be bad. That would really be bad. All right, guys. Thank you for watching the behind the scenes, and we will go in as soon as we go in. You ready? Okay.
You are now tuned in to Today with Pastor Jay on WNZF News Radio, where we discuss inspiring and informative news. And now here's your host, Pastor Jerlyn Denny.
Good morning. Good morning. Wake up. Good morning. Stretch. Whoa. What a good and great day that we are alive. We still have breath in our body, and we say, serve an amazing God. And I'm so excited because this is the first time I get to meet this phenomenal new guest that I have. Thank you, Stephanie. I got to say a shout out to Stephanie because Stephanie always, she's my assistant. She's my boss. She does a lot of things for me. And I don't know what I've done to deserve her. So I just want to give a shout out to Stephanie Bankart for being so special in my life and for being a vessel that God is using. So in the studio, I have Linda Deering. Linda,
Hello,
welcome.
family. How
Yes.
are we today?
Yes, this is great. It's my first time meeting you,
Yes.
and you're involved with the food pantry, the Grace Community Food Pantry, and that's one of the. I just love the food pantry. I love feeding people. That's something that I do all the time anyway, and maybe because I like to eat. That
Yeah.
might be it.
Well, I do it unto the Lord, and I'm a Sicilian. So we
Oh,
feed people.
oh, see, you didn't tell me that before we got on the radio. So now I'm trying to figure
Yes,
out where you live so I can
yes.
go get me something to eat because I like to eat. I really
Hmm.
Sicilian.
Yes,
Now, were
Italian
you
food.
were you born there or were you
No,
born
I
here?
was actually born in Manhattan
Okay,
and
all right.
New York, and raised in New Jersey, Monmouth County, New Jersey. And I came to Florida in May of 2021.
May of 2021. So, what brought you to Flagler County, and how do you get here by way of New
Well,
Jersey?
I will
Right?
tell
Where
you
do you
that.
go? Look at a map and just point.
So my friend Jill lives here. Her name
Hmm.
is Jill Zizak, and I actually went to kindergarten with her brother. I've known her since the
Wow.
70s, yes. And my family came here on vacation. We would bring my son Sean, and they have their son Daniel, and we
Hmm.
just started coming here, and we just loved it. And then we got off the plane to Snowbird in May of 2021, and Kevin, my husband, was like, "That's it. We're moving to Florida."
Nice.
We spent weeks looking for a house. We went home without one
Hmm.
because it was that scratchy kicking market that
Yeah,
everybody was
and that was right
scratching.
after the onset of COVID. I
Yeah,
mean,
it was
2020 COVID scare and rush. You moved here. You were one of those
yeah after.
after.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we hunkered down in New Jersey, and then we came to Florida, which is wonderful because we really do like it.
And what do you think about this great state, huh?
I do like it. I like a lot about it. I love the sunshine. I like that it's warm
It's
most of the
different, right?
months.
The sunshine is different. It's like a real sunshine.
It
I know when
is.
I go up north a lot, I'm like, is it gray every day? Have you noticed that?
Yes.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my!
Oh,
I just went home recently,
I
and I
know
was
you
like, "Why
forget.
is it gray?"
Yeah, and it's depressing. You're
Yeah,
like, what's
yeah,
going on? Yeah, so
yeah.
I mean, I enjoy my time when I go back to where I'm from, but I still remember. I need to get back to Florida. I gotta,
Yes.
yeah, the sunshine. I remember the
Yes.
sunshine while I'm up there. Yeah,
Mhm.
but I forget it, and then you go visit, and you're like, yeah, no. So you're here, and you decided to get involved in the community a certain way, and now you're working at the Grace Community Food Pantry. How long have you been working at the food pantry?
So I'm a volunteer at the food pantry. When I was inducted, I'm a realtor.
Oh,
I actually retired from FedEx after 32 years.
okay. Are you still currently a realtor now?
I am a realtor.
Oh.
Yes. So come one, come all.
Mm.
I am a realtor. However, when I became inducted into the real estate world, Dottie and Sam were there from the
Mm.
pantry,
Okay.
and they let us everybody know how they needed assistance from the real estate world. We are a big part of the community, and it is my duty to serve.
Mhm.
And I just started volunteering there and wanted to get the real estate community involved. And some of my realtor friends, Denise Perugini, she went to the pantry and has been volunteering there as well. However, it wasn't as big as God really wanted it. So on June 1st, we are going to have a huge community food drive and vendor extravaganza at the Flagler Fairgrounds from 10 to 3. But right now, March, April, and May is a big drive to
Huge
feed
food
the
drive.
pantry.
Got to feed the pantry.
Gotta feed the
staff,
pantry.
Got to staff the pantry.
Got to staff it,
Gotta
and we
stock
need
it.
to stock it.
Got to stock it,
We gotta-
staff it, and got to feed the people.
Yes, feed the people. There are a lot of people who go to the pantry on the weekends to,
I know it. One time
Get
it was
fed.
about 600 families.
yeah, there's
I'm
more
going
than
through
that
that.
now.
It's more than that every week.
Yeah, on a Saturday or any Saturday or Sunday, you
The
guys
line
see the
is
line.
long on Education Way.
Yeah,
You
it
see it
is.
down US 1. The cars just lined up, lined up, lined up. When your first time working at the pantry, did you know what to anticipate or to expect?
No, I just kind of went on God's will,
Mm-hmm.
and they help you. They say to you, "Go here and do this,"
Mm-hmm.
and you stand there and do that. If it's bagging meat or bagging dry goods or bagging bread or loading a vehicle,
Right.
you're part of the team. And it takes about 25 volunteers on any given Saturday or Sunday. And I've been there where there's 6.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So if it takes 25 and then you only have 6 volunteers, then
It's a
That-
long day.
you're hustling a long day.
You are hustling. So come out and volunteer.
Come rain or shine.
Rain or shine, they're out there.
And the
because people
families
need to eat.
depend. They depend on that food. They need to
Amen.
eat. Okay, I mean, look at the economy right now. I mean, the price of gas and groceries have gone up. You can't go to the store anymore with $10.
No.
I went to the store by myself, just purchasing food for myself. Okay, I spent $105. I went.
Did you get any meat?
No,
See that?
no.
The pantry will give somewhere between 10 and 12 pounds of meat to a family on any given Saturday or Sunday.
Mhm.
They have to purchase all the food, a lot of it, not all of it. So some of it is donated.
Right.
However, they do have to pay for food, and they buy it from different groceries and such, at pennies on the dollar.
Mhm.
So if you cannot be a volunteer, you can always go to thegracefoodpantry.com and do a donation through PayPal or Zelle. I don't really know what they have on their website. I want to say
But
it's
what are you
PayPal.
so passionate of? Why are you so passionate about the food pantry? I mean, you're fairly new here. You've only been here for a few years. You got involved as a realtor, and now you're involved with the community by way of the food pantry. You're serving that way. Why is this so important to you?
I believe that people need to eat
Mm-hmm.
and they need good food. And there are kids out there that don't have food every night. And I don't really have a reason. I serve
You
serve
serve.
God
You just go where,
where
he tells you to go.
me to go.
Mm,
And
I
when
know that
they
feeling.
came to the FCAR, to the Flagler County Association of Realtors, I told Dottie, she took a piece of me when she left.
Oh,
And I volunteered there for a really long time. And I go back and forth to New Jersey often. So I wasn't there for a few months, but I did do last summer. And again, if I can do more here talking to you and have this food drive and reach out to the Flagler County Association of Realtors, you're out there, people. I know that you're out there as ambassadors to our community, and we are ready to feed the community. We are realtors, and we are supposed to be out there. That big blue R on the top of that Flagler County Association of Realtors is that we are here for the community. So I encourage you, everyone and all, every baseball team, every soccer team, anybody, when you're playing LOFC, girls out there playing bunco and bring food. Have your guests bring a can of food.
speaking of girls and women,
yes.
you know, it's Women History Month, and
Oh, yes,
I
it
mean,
is.
women have done some phenomenal things. Where would this world be without the women?
Let me tell you, we
Where
just
would the world
celebrated.
be without the
Yes,
women
honey.
doing anything?
Tell me about it.
Uh-oh. My male listeners are going, oh, there she
Yes.
go, there she
No,
go,
well,
there
here
she
we
go.
love you. We
We
love
love
you,
you.
man. My husband Kevin is an amazing
My husband
support
is too. He is
to
too.
me, and he loves the Lord as well. But let me tell you that we just celebrated 20 years of women, the Women's Council of Realtors in Flagler County, and our president, our first president, was Honora Gementa.
Wow.
Yes, and she was there Monday night. We had a wonderful celebration of that with women's history. We've done a lot of good stuff in the community, and we need to do that.
What's the challenges that you have noticed as being a woman in real estate? Because when you think about it, there are certain things, or certain positions, or certain jobs and careers that you would consider male only. But being a realtor, I've always seen it, not that it was, where it was dominated by women, but you see a lot of powerful. Is it because it's the homes and we know what we like
And we know how to
and we know how
sell,
to
and we know
sell?
how to serve people. We
Uh
know
huh.
how to have a conversation with somebody and be able to
Because
get
when a
what their
man's
wants
trying
or
to buy a
needs.
house and you can go, yeah, your wife's not gonna like that kitchen so much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you've
You
had
could say that.
you have 5 children. That's just not gonna do it.
Yes, exactly,
Because
exactly.
they're not thinking,
Yeah. But there are, so I work for Watson, and
Okay.
there are some powerful women.
Hmm.
I go into my office, and I have to say, there's maybe 3 men that I see on a regular basis, and the rest of us are female. So
Yeah.
we are a powerful source as realtors in Flagler County as women, and I encourage you women to get out there and collect food, no matter how you could do it. You could get it from your buyers, get it from your sellers, get it from the people that you work with, get it from your bunco group, get it from your pickleball team.
Oh yeah.
Whatever you got to do, say, hey y'all, why don't you bring food
Well,
today?
here's another good tip too. When you go to the grocery store and it's buy one get one free, the
Oh
BOGO, just
yes.
take the free one
They
down to the
had
pantry.
five. They
There you
had
go.
macaroni and cheese last week. 5 for $5. I got like 20 boxes in my house
Uh,
so that I could bring them places.
that's pretty cool. All
You
right,
know.
guys, we're gonna talk about that and some more. Don't go anywhere. Don't touch that dial. You are listening to Today with Pastor Jay.
Years ago, but people always say to me, "Listen, Linda."
Listen, Linda.
So
Listen, Linda.
my thing is, it's me, Linda, and I'm listening, and I do Linda's listening videos. So I
Oh,
did one outside and said, Linda, today I'm listening at the radio station with Pastor Jay,
you are funny.
and yeah, so
That's pretty cool.
yeah.
All right, you ready anymore? How much time I have so I can kind of keep an eye on it and know that 12:13. Okay, ready?
Hmm.
Welcome back. Welcome back. You listen to Today with Pastor Jay, and I'm so excited to meet my new friend, Linda Deering, who's been volunteering at the Grace Community Food Pantry. And she's here to tell everybody to drop off some food, bring some cans. She's feeding. She's here advocating for all of us, right? Because
Amen.
if we have people in our community that need food, that affects all of us. It
Hmm.
really affects all of us. And there are so many children in our schools system that, as you mentioned earlier, go home, they don't have a meal at night. Um, it's hard. It's a challenge now to balance bills. What do you pay bills or do you buy food? And I'm seeing people doing that when it comes to groceries. You put gas in the car. You only have to take one trip. It's challenging. It really is. I'm grateful and thankful that it's just my husband and I because we raised 7 children. So
Amen.
can you imagine having to raise 7 kids in today's economy?
No,
Woo!
no. I have a
Yeah.
dear friend with 4 boys, and
Hmm.
he was telling me recently, how much they eat.
Oh, boys eat a lot. I had
Oh
two
my
boys. Oh,
goodness
don't
gracious.
get me started. Oh, I'm
Yes.
starting to have moments here. Oh, those boys can
But it is
eat.
difficult. Yeah, it is difficult to keep them fed and keep them nourished because,
And that's the other thing, good nutrition too. And we're
hmm,
not talking about junk food. I mean,
no.
you give free fresh vegetables,
Yes, ma'am.
at the pantry. They
Yes.
get some solid meats. We're not talking about spam and sliced ham and things like that. And I remember spiced ham. That was back in the day. I used to eat spiced ham when I was in New York. Anyway, that's a whole nother thing.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But it's important that we do some nutritious things too. So, make your decisions. Look at the Grace Pantry, gracefoodpantry.com
Hmm.
website, and you'll see the things that the community is in need of, and make it happen, please. In Jesus' name, we just need to get together as a community. And I just got here.
You just got here.
I just got here, and
I
there's so many
love.
people that can help.
Hmm.
So I'm hoping that you do.
Do you have a favorite story or something that happened while you were working at the food pantry that you'd like to share, something that touched your heart?
Well, what I do want to say is do not be discouraged. When you see a vehicle that rolls up and you know it's a $50,000 Land Rover,
Hmm.
and those people in that truck may have a sick child.
They may be sleeping in that
They may
vehicle.
be sleeping in that vehicle. They may have an elder parent at home that they're trying to take care of. They may have to cut their hours at work to take care of somebody at home. Nobody knows what anybody's story is. And we are not the judge. That's a
No, we're
judge
not.
of the Holy Spirit, and God himself will do those things. So it's not our job to judge anyone. And I have seen and heard people say uncomfortable things. And I, unfortunately, because I am who I am, would just say,
Hmm.
in the mighty name of God, just like you have to put that to the side because that's not why you're here.
That's
You're
right.
here to serve,
And we
not
can't.
to judge.
That's exactly right. And I love serving
Oh
people.
my goodness, me
So I
too.
have an event coming up on March 23rd where I'm honoring women for their faith throughout the entire state of Florida. And I'm so giddy. I'm so excited because I just want to serve them. I want them to know how special they are, how honored they are, and how highly esteemed they are, and the favor of God that's upon their life. And I'm just so excited. Anytime I can serve someone else, that's it. You
You and
know,
me both. Yep.
what I learned throughout my little short life, because I'm still, young, young.
Yeah, I'm young
You
too.
too, we're young, right?
Hmm.
No one bothers you when you're serving. Have you noticed that? No one comes by and say, Linda, give me that broom. You shouldn't sweep. Give me that food. You shouldn't give it away. No one does that. If you have a microphone in your hand, if someone's going to put you on a pedestal, they want to argue over that.
Hmm.
But when you're serving and you're serving the Lord, because that's what it is we're doing, we're serving the Lord and thus serving people. People don't want to do any of that. Sometimes they just want the glory. But you do this as a volunteer behind the scenes. Most people don't even know. And I know your heart because I can see it. The word says that we should know those that labor among us. And
Amen.
and I can see your heart. You're just overjoyed with being able to help and to serve.
Yes, ma'am. It is true. So
Yeah.
that's pretty much about it.
Yeah. So how many times? So let's talk about this thing. We want people to give March, April, and May. So let's encourage women because March
Yes.
is Women's History Month,
It
right?
most definitely is. So the
So,
whole deal is that the first step is to communicate to your sphere,
hmm
your people, anybody that you talk to on a regular basis, any teams, you communicate the need for the food. Then you're going to have to determine a drop-off location. And there are going to be some drop-off locations at some realtor places, some brokerages. Watson Realty
and if
has
you're a
one.
business owner, why don't you
Yes,
become a
ma'am.
drop-off place?
Yes, you can become a drop-off
That's
place or
right.
as a
Get the
business.
schools involved, become
Exactly.
a
We're doing
drop-off
that
place.
as well.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to be working with the National Honor
Barbershops,
Society,
anything.
anybody, any
Anybody.
business, and bring the food to the pantry. And I know that some people like to do their donations in private, and I get that. However, when you're in the community in this 2024 social environment that we're in, people love to see themselves out there. So when
Hmm.
you go to the pantry and you drop off your food, you do like I do, a Linda's Listening video.
Mm,
Hello, family. It's me, and we are with Watson Realty, and we are dropping off food at the pantry. Where are you?
that's a good one.
Post it on your website, post it on your social, post it on my social. Linda's listening
Hmm.
03, Linda listens 0314 at Gmail is my Gmail. And we are getting a site together, so that'll come out too, where you can post pictures and such.
So we have an event coming up, the Charming Sister event
Oh, yes, June
presents
1st.
June the 1st, 2024, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's a community food drive and a vendor show. But between now and then, you're encouraging everyone to give the food because it's so important. How long is that line?
Oh,
How long?
my
Let's
word.
talk about that line. If you've never been on US 1, right there by Education Way on Saturday and Sunday morning, you are missing something. Now, I'm not telling you to go to look to see who's in line. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm an early bird, so oftentimes I'm up early, and there are people start lining up as early as 5:30 a.m., 5:45 a.m. What time does the pantry open?
You know what? The
The
hours have
bus-
changed, and please forgive me for not having that information. But again, Grace
Pause real
Food
quick.
Pantry.
Hold on, pause real quick because we're live. Let's find out what the hours are. 'cause
All
I don't-
right, let's find out what the
Yeah,
hours
that's
are.
the great thing about being pre-recorded, right?
Mhm.
Grace, I could call Pastor Solano and ask him. I could call Dottie. Let me just call Dottie.
There you go.
I've got her number. See, this is what happens when you are recording. Dottie. Nope,
Let me
wrong
write that
Dottie.
down.
Do, 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 do. I'll call Pastor Solano. he's busy. He's such one. We'll talk about him when we come back too. We're pausing. How much time do we have? Okay. All right. So I'm going to talk about. Oh, let me see if I can go to the website. Grace Community Food Pantry. Okay. He's so kind. Pastor Solana is so kind. He
He is.
will call me back if he sees my number. Website. Let's see if we can find it on the website. Computer slow. Da-na-na-na-na, na-na-na-na. Oh, it's slow. Can you look it up real quick? Because you're hardwired in. It's called gracecommunityfoodpantry.com. Oh, it just had it in the thing. I should have looked at it. 10 8 and Sunday 12. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
All right, let's do that. All right. So that line is long and people start lining up really early. And I know that the hours have changed. So what are the hours for the food pantry now?
On Saturday, it's from 10 to 1,
Mm-hmm.
and on Sundays from 12 to 3.
Wow.
Yeah. And there are a lot of cars. So recently I found out that there was some kind of legal mumbo jumbo going on where the county did not want all the cars on Route 1 for safety. So we created 3 lines of traffic of kind of parking the vehicles on the grounds, and then rotating the rows so that
wow.
people can go through and get them off of the highway. But if there's not a lot of volunteers, then there's no parking guy.
So we need volunteers.
We do need
We need volunteers. You guys need to call 386-586-2653 and say you want the volunteer. Don't go anywhere, guys. We got to take another break. You're listening to Today with Pastor Jay.
for volunteering. And I'm not. Do you still have that website up for the pantry, my friend?
I have it right here.
Is it Zelle or PayPal? All the way at the bottom, it says you could donate somewhere.
It just has a donate
Oh, it
button.
does. It has a donate. Okay.
You can do Zelle or you can do it through PayPal.
Okay. So can we say that too if
Yep,
you can't
you sure
make it
can.
there?
Oh, I've got some more information. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
All right. How many minutes do I have left? Okay. I want to give a thank you and a shout out to Steve Verrier, the FloridaMortgageCenter.com, and Church on the Rock. Thank you so much for sponsoring today. Do you know Steve Verrier?
I certainly do.
He's my top #1 sponsor. He's been sponsoring me, I don't even know how many years.
Oh, my word.
I love Steve Verrier. So if anybody looking for a house, I call him the money man. You got to know. So here's the thing. If you go to the website, gracecommunityfoodpantry.com, the location is 245 Education Way. It's US 1 at Royal Palms Parkway. There's a food drop box in front of the pantry, and they prefer that you bring items on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. because that's when people are there to receive them. And you can also call Coletta 48 at call blah, blah, blah. Email Dottie at Coletta48 at bellsouth.net. And her number is 904-931-7085. So that's kind of cool. And if you go to their website, you can also donate by using the donate button, or you can Zelle. I'm telling you right now, if you can Zelle it, because PayPal takes out a couple of different little fees and things like that.
All
And
right.
Zelle is just cleaner and you get 100% of your money.
There you go.
And your contributions are tax deductible. So that's a good part too.
That is a good
So
part.
do you have in the history of all women a favorite woman that you want to give a shout out to? You got to think about that.
The unsinkable Molly Brown.
Really? Tell
Yeah.
us about the unthinkable Molly Brown.
So the unsinkable Molly Brown, I went to her museum in Colorado, and she's all about women and empowerment and who are you and what do you do and what do you stand for?
Mm-hmm.
Who do you stand for? And why do you stand for that?
Oh,
So it's important that we find a goal in our lives, I believe,
mm-hmm.
of something that you can support, encourage, and protect and grow.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a kid,
Right. Well,
but it's you. So you need to be strong. I'm going to talk to those young ladies out there.
that they need to be
Be
strong.
strong, stand and firm in your convictions, and love the Lord.
I love that. Thank you so very much. This has been wonderful, and we'll get to know each other a little bit more. Also, the Grace Community Food Pantry takes toiletry items.
Oh,
So
yes, they
just make
do.
sure if you have some extra deodorant, you know how you go to the hotels and stuff and everything, drop all that stuff. Soap, shower gel, shampoo, conditioner, face and body wash, all that stuff. They could use all of that and some feminine hygiene items, some dental hygiene items. You know, just start. You know what I do? You put a bucket by the door and you just throw stuff in it as you think about it. And that way, when you fill it up, just take it on by.
Same thing for your businesses.
Yep.
Do the same thing.
All right, guys, you know what I say? Yesterday's gone, tomorrow's not promised. What are you going to do today? Today, you're going to start gathering some items for the community food drive now. Not tomorrow, now. Do it today. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.